Jonathan. It's a pleasure being here with you.
Pleasure to be here.
I want to start with, as a Catholic, what was it like portraying Jesus in the Last Supper? The washing of feet, we're getting glimpses of that. We've seen parts of the Last Supper in part one. These are beautiful moments in history that we celebrate as Catholics on Holy Thursday every year during the Triduum. What was it like for you?
For me, it was living out liturgy. And I tried to best replicate a level of authenticity for those scenes based on my experience of the liturgy. And it's going to be stunningly beautiful for people to see. Mm-hmm. And we sort of present it in a very unique way, but in a way that is super powerful. So I really can't wait. I'm nervous. I hope it lands the way it felt when we did it, because there were moments where many of us were just kind of like wiping the tears from our eyes, just right after the scene or during the scene. It's really truly beautiful.
Yeah, what I've seen so far is beautiful.
Thank you.
We're in Lent, obviously, and season 5 focuses on the events of Holy Week, which is what we're preparing for. So as we, the viewers who are journeying through Lent in preparation for Holy Week, what do you hope viewers will take away from watching the season as we're in this holy season?
I hope that it gives them a more vibrant and saturated experience of Holy Week, a more vivid experience of Holy Week that they can see and feel, and that's something that's not, I was telling another journalist how during this time we read through scriptures and we read through the different parts of the Gospels, like Pilate and the Praetorium and the Last Supper and all of these things where it kind of feels like a play, but not everybody's an actor naturally, and then getting to see a full production of what this moment looked like. I don't know that anybody's ever covered it in the detail that we have, and I think for me it was so important to bring everything I had to it, especially as a Catholic. I even flew my spiritual director out just to be with me while we were filming the Last Supper and part of Gethsemane as well, because I just wanted to be armed with as much spiritual firepower as possible. And so he was in a room praying for me, and he said Mass. He's a priest, so he said Mass for me that day, and so it was really, I felt very I felt prayed up, put it that way, before entering into the scene.
And obviously you're going to start filming season 6 pretty soon.
Yeah.
How are you preparing yourself?
Well, we just got scripts, and while I've been traveling, it's been a little hard, but I've been trying to do some reading and on some different source material regarding the Passion and observations on the Passion, and also studying the Shroud of Turin, mm-hmm. and getting to know more about the crucifixion techniques and what Jesus actually would have went through, and studying the shroud that Catholics revere as sacred, and as the burial cloth of Jesus, and the mystical nature of that from a scientific standpoint is just it kind of defies understanding and logic, and it's mystical, which makes it seem like, oh well, it must be true. It feels everything that science has borne witness to. It feels like, I think that's the thing. That's the one. And learning from the markings on that shroud that what the crucifixion physically looked like, and what I now have to prepare for mentally and spiritually to recreate. So I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm confident that the Lord will bring me through it one way or another, and hopefully I'll continue to learn more and fall deeper in love with Jesus as a result.
Yeah. Thank you, Jonathan, as always, for taking the time to speak with me.
My pleasure, Francesca.